Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen. I am Project Delta 1000. I am joined by Chris, and today we have another very special guest. And this, you may have heard of him. If you haven't, there will definitely be a link to his channel and to his Twitter, so you can go follow him and subscribe. But, nonetheless, anyways, it's ToastBombHalo.
Hey, everybody. Hello.
How's it going, man?
It's going good. It's going good. Had a half day for school today, so
Haha, same.
Have a full day, so I'm kind of jealous, but...
Oh, man. So, our last interview that we did, we just had, our interview, and then we, split it off to do our own little podcast. This time, ToastBombHalo will be joining us for the entire thing. There's only 3 of us, so, we want to make this as entertaining as we can, as funny as we can, and, hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So basically, we're just going to start off, as an average interview, and ask you, ToastBombHalo, how did you get started with YouTube?
okay, so the very, very, very beginning was a really long time ago. I saw this post on Dig, and that's a really old website, but it was this post telling people about this Zelda Ocarina of Time 24-hour marathon. And I clicked on that and I watched as much as I possibly could. I probably watched 18 hours of the 24 hours. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. There's people that play video games and they put them on the internet. And that was super cool. So that was when I first kind of found out about people doing that type of stuff. And then eventually I found YouTube videos on it, and it kept going from there. Then I started playing Halo and saw all these people doing Call of Duty things, and then I just decided to do it myself. Basically, I got the equipment and then went for it.
Awesome. So why exactly Halo? What was it that wanted to you to be you basically, you're a Halo commentator basically,
Yeah.
So what was the reasoning behind your choice for Halo?
It's just my favorite game. I've played a lot of games. I try to play as many games and learn about the competitive side of a lot of stuff. I've played a lot of Dota, some League of Legends, Call of Duty, a little bit of fighting games, StarCraft, stuff like that. And I've tried to kind of get in touch with how that stuff works and how it works competitively. And I just always come back to Halo. It's just the most fun thing ever. It never gets boring.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely agree. Obviously, we're, representing the Halo fix, so...
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't agree more with you. So I know, you started YouTube about 11 months ago, almost a year now.
Yeah, it's almost a year.
Through those 11 months, the quality of your videos is just absolutely amazing.
Thanks.
You've even grown a really substantial community, and that's really amazing. I mean,
thank you.
You're welcome. I'm trying not to go too hard on the fanboy thing.
We're huge fans.
So guys, if we ask for his gamer tag, don't yell at us, okay? It's just we're all fans. We're all the same.
Where do you live? What's your address?
But yeah. Anyways, so lately you've been doing a lot of comparison videos. Is there anything else that you plan to do for your channel? Maybe a new series. I know you started a new a sub challenge type of series.
Yeah, I did start that. I've been thinking about new stuff because it gets hard after a while to think of new things every day to talk about. So if I got some community feedback on topics or something like that, but I don't know. I haven't really thought a ton about series or anything like that. I would really like to start streaming, although my setup doesn't work for that at all. So that's not really an option, but I don't know. I would like to start doing that. I just don't really know where to go. I don't really have many ideas. So
Any chance that you might, want to do, just join the Halo Fix? No, I'm kidding. Anyways. just for anybody else that's curious as to like what we all use, like what do you use to like record and speak with, like your microphone and everything?
Okay, so my microphone is Astro A40s.
Oh,
and
I mean, go ahead.
And then I use that to record, but I actually use a really weird setup to record because my computer's like 5 years old. My voice might not sound very good right now. It might just sound like I'm constantly congested, like my old videos. I have my headphones plugged into my GoPro, my camera, and then I record through that and then take out the video part of that and just keep the audio. For whatever reason, it sounds better. I think it's just because my motherboard's really old and there's no actual like sound card.
Right.
Just whatever's integrated in there that's really cheap and crappy, whatever I had. It's like a 5-year-old computer, so I do that to record my voice. And then I have a Hauppauge Colossus, which is pretty good, and I would be able to stream. The only problem is I use VGA cables on my monitor. There's no like component or composite or whatever set up for those. So it ends up looking pretty nice. I don't know if I would recommend it though.
Right.
Because the actual standalone like box that comes outside of the computer actually is higher quality, even though it claims that the Hauppauge Colossus is like 20 megabytes a second or whatever thing. It says it's like a bigger number. It really doesn't actually look as good, but that's what I use. So.
Right. Very nice. In case anyone is interested as to what I use a Blue Snowball, which costs around $60 to $65. I use a Hauppauge for recording gameplay. However, if you're a Mac person and you want to know what you should get for that, I would suggest an Elgato. I made the mistake of that. But I mean, it's simple once you understand everything. It gets very simple later on. Editing software, ToastBomb, what do you use for editing software?
I have a totally legitimate copy of Sony Vegas. That's what I use.
Right, I can say the same thing. I have a totally legitimate copy of ITV. Definitely not needing activation codes every week. But so in case you guys don't know, editing software can be very, very expensive.
Yeah.
So it's just easier to get a legitimate free copy.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go that route.
Absolutely. Oh my god. So, anyways, what else? Chris, do you have any questions for ToastBomb?
Yeah, I guess I'll shoot a question at him real quick.
Don't shoot him. Jeez.
Well, never mind. Okay, just... I don't know. This goes to talk about Halo 4. Do you like Halo 4? Because I know a lot of people have been complaining, So many people complain about it. Just what's your opinion on it?
I do like Halo 4, and it's come a really long ways. It's come a very long ways. At launch, it wasn't the perfect game, and I think with the weapon balancing coming out, that's gonna be a huge change, because we're gonna have the 4-shot BR, and a ton of stuff is going to be fixed and is going to be a lot more like the previous games. There are some issues with Halo 4, just in terms of like the maps. Obviously, I think that's probably one of the biggest factors right now making Halo 4 not as good as it could be, just because the maps obviously are a little more, I don't know, casual, I guess you could say. They're just not quite set up how Halo used to be. There's not many power positions on the maps, so that isn't really a factor when you're trying to play all tactical and come up with setups and stuff like that. So I think that's missing, but I think really the core of Halo is there. The mechanics are really good. The movement is really good. I think sprint actually works pretty well in this game, as opposed to reach, where it didn't really work super great.
Absolutely.
So I think a lot of stuff is really awesome about this game, and I think the reason a lot of people are complaining is just because other people are complaining.
Yeah.
Negativity can just spread. It's just like a virus. Like,
Absolutely.
one person says a bad thing, and then that'll make someone else feel bad, and then they'll say another bad thing, and it just spreads throughout the entire community. So I think that's a large reason of the complaining.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's a good game. It
Right.
still has a little bit of work, but overall, it's pretty awesome.
All right. My opinion is that it's for me. It's more the fact that I believe that because not like they didn't have it finished, and I believe that was the biggest deal so far.
Yeah.
Because if you play the campaign still like at launch was unbelievable. Like I don't think anyone has like any real problems with the campaign. It was just the multiplayer was just unfinished. There wasn't enough competitive play. The playlist, there was like barely any playlists at the time. And
Yeah.
I think that they tried a little too hard to make it their own franchise. Like I think they strayed away too much from, their classic Halo. Like the Ordnance, I'd say, was a very creative idea, but it's not necessary, especially for competitive play. It's just like little things like that just make all the difference. And I feel like, obviously they've learned. I don't want to say they've learned, but they understand the community's reasoning behind all like their whole bring it back to Halo 3 thing or Halo 2 or whatever. So obviously I think they're gonna find a good balance for Halo 5, and hopefully they'll be able to finish it on time. I mean,
Of course.
but yeah, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I would have to agree with both of you.
Oh wow, what a cop out!
Hey. You said everything. What am I gonna say? Just repeat everything you said.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, I also say something real quick. That's one thing to actually look forward to in Halo 5, because it's not just 343 working on the game. It's a lot of like people from Microsoft who see the game and they're like, make it more like Call of Duty because Call of Duty is successful. So they don't like have control over all of the creative stuff necessarily. They get told to do a lot of things and they can't really say anything about it because it's Microsoft and they're owned by them.
Right.
So they kind of have to do what they're told. So it's kind of annoying when a lot of people complain about it just because I know that even though they can't talk about it, they were told to do stuff that maybe they didn't want to do. But I'm hoping, since Halo 4 wasn't necessarily the success that they were hoping for, and people are clearly complaining about it, how they want the older Halo, maybe they'll give them a little more creativeness on Halo 5 and not just tell them to make it like Call of Duty and maybe make it a little more like Halo.
Right.
Yeah, Microsoft, we're calling you out right now.
Well, I mean, obviously, 343 is definitely a lot more reliant on the community than really any other developer, I'd say. They definitely really listen to the community. You have like what's her name, Kiki Wolfkill on Twitter, and Bravo from MLG. All these people who respond to the fans and get ideas like even from competitive Halo, like all those MLG AGL pros, like they help out 343. Like they're a lot more community based, and that could be good and bad, obviously, because people could spam them with just bring it back to Halo 3 or it's very unbalanced, I'd say. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I like the fact that they do rely a lot more on the community. It's just they need priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shall we jump into the Halo Bulletin like we always do?
Yeah, I mean, we may as well.
Yeah, we probably should.
Alright, so from the matchmaking playlist updates, I can't remember exactly what they're doing. I think they're updating, what was it? Chris, do you remember?
Oh man, I just know they're putting a lot more maps into different things and just
they're really
balancing things out. Nothing really huge. I mean,
yeah, they didn't really do too much with the matchmaking playlist updates. They're adding maps to different playlists. They took out Shutout from Rumble Pit because the spawns were a little bit messed up. I know that much. Otherwise, they didn't really do anything big.
I know the Red X came out today with the update.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about that. Did they announce that? That was kind of a surprise to me.
Yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere.
Oh wow!
I got surprised.
Thanks for
got a little happy.
little nice surprise, I suppose.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I want
Half day and Red X.
yeah, really, great
What a
timing.
great day.
I want to delve deeper into the weapon balancing. So obviously they're making a lot of progress. They already have a release date for it, which is June 3rd. For those of you who do not know, they are having a live stream planned. I'm assuming probably a week before.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I'm a little sad that it's at June 3rd. That's a little bit far away, but then again, there's a lot that they can do with the weapon balancing.
I know they're bringing in some people to test it out, you know, some pros I've seen there and test it out and get their opinion on it.
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is great.
Alright, so basically, the light rifle, the scoped-in reticle is matching the DMR. Now, the DMR has already been nerfed, so it's really just matching the DMR, but the light rifle will, from what I understand, be better for long range. It'll be
Scoped in,
yeah,
everything.
It'll be more preferred for long range battles, and the DMR will not have as much power against it. So that's, you know, it's awesome. It's pretty much confirmed that they're definitely sticking with the 4-shot BR. There's really no change with that.
Yeah.
What else are they doing? They're making, of course, the assault rifle. They're the automatic weapons. They're turning down the auto aim. I'm scrambling my words so bad, but they're turning down the auto aim, and the short range battles will be more competitive because they'll have to actually aim instead of just kind of relying on the large reticle and auto aim to just destroy anyone. So yeah, you have to actually be accurate with an automatic weapon. Who knew?
Yeah, they said it was going to be like between Halo 3 and Halo 1 for the auto assist. So that's pretty good to draw from. I'd say that's good.
That's pretty interesting, actually. I feel like the Halo 1 assault rifle and the Halo 3 are pretty different, actually.
Yeah, just in terms of the auto assist.
Oh, okay.
That they get, not like the way they act.
Alright, I see. That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
The Magnum, they're actually making a bit more powerful to match with the other secondary weapons, because, you know, you have the bolt shot, which I say this all the time, I hate the bolt shot. More than anything in the world, I hate the bolt shot. And, you know, you have your plasma pistol, which is just, both of those weapons are just single-handedly more interesting than the Magnum, and are definitely more reliable in a battle. But now they're turning up the damage on the Magnum, and I would think that they're changing it to like the capture the flag, the flagnum kind of damage, because I believe that isn't there more damage when you have the flag?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, there is. They're not actually upping it to a 5-shot kill.
Right.
They're keeping it 6-shot.
Oh, okay.
But
it's
like just slightly more powerful so that it's more effective in team shot and stuff like that. So it's not actually getting a bullet faster, but it's still slightly more damage. So.
What do you mean? Hey, that's definitely good. I mean, I think that the Magnum is definitely underrated because of the more interesting secondary weapons. But you know, I mean, I have no problems with that, honestly. I mean, they're not making a huge change to it. It's definitely, they're making it better for team shots, and that's about it, really. I have no problems with that.
Yeah. I think this is a perfect example of them listening to the community, like what we were talking about a little bit ago.
Yeah, I remember I was reading the forums just to see what kind of like ideas people had for the weapon balancing, and people are like suggesting a lot more than just the regular automatic weapons and, you know, BR, DMR, light rifle. You know, they're actually like mentioning like, you know, do this to the grenades and like do this to you know, the power weapons like the saw, and like, you know, like there's a lot more they can do, and so far they haven't really said anything about like the saw or grenades or like really just explosives in general. And
I think they're gonna stay away from those. I think they're gonna stick with what they've been talking about.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think that they should definitely dive into, you know, get more in depth with those type of, you know, explosives and other things like that. But I did hear that they were messing with the armor abilities, like camouflage. I forget I believe they were just doing stuff to the radar so that it would be more difficult for people to see them on the radar. I don't know. I'm not really completely positive. I probably should have reread it before we started this.
It's alright. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, give us a break. We got a
So
special
also-
guest. I mean,
Yeah, we've upped up. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about the Xbox reveal, because we finally got a date for that, which is May 21st.
oh, we've talked about that just about every week. But I mean,
Are you
hey,
really?
why stop
have we
now?
talked about shoot. Never mind. Yeah, we have. I forgot, episode 3.
Let's see. For the Xbox reveal, you know, I don't know. I'm more interested on what games they're gonna reveal rather than what they're doing with the console. I mean, honestly, I'm not concerned about the console at all. You know, it's definitely. Actually, I want to mention this real quick. I know I just completely skipped something, but anyways, I have a conspiracy theory. All right, Chris, I already told you about this. All right, so there's early rumors that you all know, and it was basically that the Xbox would always be online, right?
Yep.
Now, obviously, this is a terrible thing to hear. Now, it wasn't confirmed, but I'm sure you guys remember the guy from Microsoft who was basically insulting people, saying that oh, I don't understand why always online is a big deal. You know, it's you guys rely on everything with the internet. Why would this be any different and all that stuff? And he was basically just insulting people about it. Now, it's lately been talked about that it's very possible that the rumor is definitely not true, because there was a leaked email that supposedly went out to everyone at Microsoft saying that, it will not always be online.
Leaked.
Yeah. This could also be wrong, but anyways, if it is true, if it isn't actually always online, I think that this was all in an advertisement idea. Why would that guy from Microsoft start practically insulting people, basically telling us it will always be online when it's not? I think that they're just trying to get us all sad and have us no hope for the next console, and then when they reveal it, it'll be that much better because all those rumors weren't true. I'm telling you, man, it's conspiracy.
Interesting idea.
I'm telling you, it just doesn't add up. There's something missing. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, that's my conspiracy theory.
And I believe in that 100% with you, Ian. You're not crazy.
Thank you, Chris. Watch, Microsoft's gonna show up at my house sir, we're gonna need you to stop this podcast. Gentlemen, please go along with your lives. Forget any of this happened, and you will not be able to speak to this person anymore.
Like Men in Black, they just bring out that pen and flash it right in your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But
Yeah. Meet Will Smith.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. But I won't remember it, so.
Alright, so we may as well talk about this, considering that we talk about this every other week too. The Halo 2 HD version, remake, whatever. ToastBomb, what are your thoughts? Do you think that they will bring this? Do you think they won't?
I don't know. It's a weird time for that type of Halo game coming out, because there's new consoles coming out, and I don't think they would want to have Halo 2 Anniversary on a new console. I think if anything they would want a big new blockbuster like Halo 5 or something, but I don't think that's practical either, because Halo 4 just came out pretty recently.
Right.
So I hope it will happen. I think it will eventually happen, because that's a pretty easy cash grab. I mean, a lot of people are going to buy that.
Right.
But I don't know if it'll happen Xbox 720 release or whatever. I don't know if I can't see that happening.
See, I have to disagree with you. I just think that because so many people will buy it, because there's such a large, Halo 2 favoritism community out there, I think that they would want that as a launch title, because they know it'll increase sales.
Yeah.
I think that it would I think it would be a good move. I don't see how that could be.
Yeah, I
really
guess it
bad.
could be pretty cool, because Halo 2, it still looks alright, but then if you were to compare that with the new consoles, and then you
Yeah.
could show that side by side, like what the old Halo 2 was and the new one, and
Yeah.
that would be pretty cool. And you
Yeah,
could really
just-
show the power of it through that.
Oh yeah.
And maybe they could just, I don't know, if they've totally given up with Halo 4, they could try and cut their losses or something, but
Right.
I don't know.
Right. I don't know. It all depends on what they do. Like, they can, do what they did with Halo 1. They could have like this side-by-side comparison. Show the power of the next-gen console, and have it launch as a launch title for the next gen, and all this crazy stuff. But the deal breaker is that whether or not they'll have the Halo 2 multiplayer.
Yeah, I think they'd have to.
Right.
If they're gonna do it, because that was such a huge just deal when that came out. It was like the first game that had online that was actually good on
Right.
a console. Like, it was actually set up good and made sense.
Yep.
So I think maybe that could also be a marketing thing too, where they're like, trying to revolutionize the way matchmaking works on a console and try to do that again with Halo 2 and have some sort of online play that's new and interesting or something like that. So that could be a potential, another like side-by-side comparison thing in the trailer or something that they have that could help that out. I don't know.
Right. I could understand why they didn't have the Halo 1 multiplayer in the Halo Anniversary, because, the Halo 1 multiplayer, as good as it is, it's weird. Like, it's unbalanced, it's just a little weird, and, I would definitely understand them having the Halo Reach multiplayer instead of the Halo 1 multiplayer.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Halo 2, because no one really wants the Halo 4 multiplayer in Halo 2. I just think that it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, unfortunately. And, people just don't want to see it. So if they release the Halo 2 multiplayer with Halo 2 HD or Anniversary or whatever you want to call it, and have it launched with the next gen console, I think it'll sell really well. I think it'll be a really good move on 343 and Microsoft's part.
Yeah. The other thing about that is, like, the maps don't really work anymore with Sprint.
Right.
Like, they kind of worked with Reach because you didn't necessarily have Sprint the whole time.
Right.
So I don't know if the maps would really work in Halo 4. So I would hope they would go with the Halo 2 multiplayer. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, what's your opinion on the backwards compatibility? I'm pretty sure we talked about this last time on the last podcast. I'm just curious as to what your opinion is on it.
Yeah, so there's not gonna be any, I assume, right?
From what I heard is that there will be like this
Where
USB
they'll
kind
sell-
of chip,
Okay. Huh.
and you'll plug it into your Xbox 360. You'll download the game, and then you'll plug it into your next gen console, and then you'll be able to play it that way.
That sounds cool to me. If it's that way, that's a lot better than having to individually buy every single game on the marketplace again.
Right.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, because they know people are going to buy the games they really want to play on the new
Right.
console just because of convenience.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it would be better if you just had the disc readable, but I don't know. That's fine with me. I was expecting it to not even have that, so if it does, I'm cool with that, I guess.
Yeah, I just like to put on the record that if we did have to rebuy our games, I definitely would rebuy Halo 4. I'm just laying that down. Just, whatever.
And I think, mark my words, I hope this happens, that they will maybe show like a little teaser for like Halo 2 HD or something at like the reveal for the next Xbox. I don't know. That's
Well, I mean, Halo 2 is Xbox. Well, Halo is an Xbox exclusive, so it only makes sense for them to show something
Yeah.
at the reveal. So I mean, hey, whatever works for them. It's really. It's like I think that the Xbox reveal is definitely going to be something great. Like, I definitely think they're going to do a good job with it.
I hope they show
Yeah.
the console and everything, like not like what they did with the PS4.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do they wait for E3 though?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe.
I don't know,
Maybe
make it
that's
playable at E3, like I said last time. I don't know.
maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty close.
yeah, it is.
So
Yeah, Chris, I do like your idea. I do think that they definitely might have like the reveal now, and then at E3 they'll have like the actual Xbox and maybe like one or two of their games playable. You know.
This
That'd be
E3 is
pretty
going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
bloodbath.
I know.
They have a lot to follow up on. I mean, PS4, that was like the best press conference I've ever seen. It was really well executed. So they have a lot to beat right now.
Yeah, a lot. I read like IGN, and every comment I see is I'm switching. I'm going away from Microsoft. I'm going to Sony. Going to the PS4. I just don't like what I hear about the next Xbox. Even before they all the rumors before they actually get to see everything, which kind of annoys me. But
that's kind of how it was last time around. Like, Sony was on top of the world because the PS2 is the greatest thing ever and everyone was buying it. So then they were all arrogant and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, we're the best, so we're going to make this totally proprietary cell processor that's ridiculously hard to develop for, and you're just going to develop the games for it because we say so and we're the biggest. And then everyone said, screw you, we're going to Microsoft because they were kind of into the indie stuff and they helped a lot of people out. And now it's kind of the reverse.
Yeah, that's it, which is sad.
Microsoft's all arrogant and stuff like that. So it could go the other way.
It's a circle. It's a circle.
Yep.
See, like, now when it comes to like what we prefer in terms of console, like if people would change to Sony or Microsoft, I can't say I'm not really excited for the PS4 at all. Really, I mean, I definitely agree with you that their press conference was executed very well, but if you look at the history of how Microsoft revealed their consoles, the Xbox 360 was revealed much better than Sony.
Silver boomerang controller.
Yeah. But Sony, like, they always try to go for this, like, it's going to change the way you live. It's going to be,
Yeah.
you're the way, what you use for all your entertainment, DVDs and, all this stuff. It's going to, they like go, they act like as if it's revolutionary.
Well, that's what they're doing for the next Xbox. I mean, they're saying it's more than just a gaming console. It's going to be like you can watch TV, have it be like a cable box as well.
Well, I'm not talking about that. Anyways, the 360, it's like
just saying. I'm just saying.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, like the 360, they revealed that with like a party, and I said this last episode. They revealed it with like this big party where it's like they're showing off like Skate. And like there's music and Elijah Wood is like commentating and all this stuff, and it was ridiculous. I couldn't even believe I was watching. Like, I couldn't believe it. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like it all depends on how they reveal their console. Like, it makes a very big difference. If they tried to go for this really like this next gen console is magical and it'll change the way you live and all this stuff, like it's not gonna work out. I'm sick of seeing this like it's revolutionary stuff. Like, I just want to play games. Really. I don't want it to be magical. I don't want it to take my life over. I just want to play games.
Yep. Don't we all?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta stop saying but I gotta stop saying but too. Anyways, I gotta stop. Alright, never mind. Just never mind. Shut up. Is there anything you guys want to talk about?
Man, I don't know, because we always
Chris,
talk about
you
the
are
same
such
thing.
a cop-out. Oh my god. Anyway.
Okay, we talk about the same thing always, over and over again, and I'm trying to get my head moving.
That's what everyone wants to know.
Moving.
I mean, really, I think if we should actually end it here. We're at 34 minutes. So, definitely you guys check out ToastBombHalo. We'll have his Twitter and his YouTube linked in the description. He's a very awesome guy. We're so glad that he was here to join us. We thank you once again.
Wait.
What?
I want to talk about the new website we made.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Alright, because there's not much going on, and I just want to tell you guys that The link will be in the description, like always. It's just you can talk to us, you can talk to other people, and you'll have a great time. That's all I'm saying. It was built well.
Absolutely.
I made it so with love and care, and that's just the end of my speech.
Yeah, actually, definitely check out the website. It is really cool. We're always on the forums. You can talk to really anyone on the Halo Fix right at this time. We're always on there. Maybe we could even get ToastBombHalo on there every now and then. No.
Sure, I didn't even know you had a website. What is it?
Just go to. You could use halofix.tk.
We'll link it after the podcast.
I got a free domain with it, so we shall see if that worked.
We'll link it in the podcast, or we'll link it in the
That
Skype
too.
chat. Anyways, but yeah, so definitely check out the website. Definitely check out ToastBombHalo. We all hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope this was entertaining. We're sorry that we could only get the 3 of us on this podcast. We wanted others. They couldn't join us. That's okay. So yeah, I mean, everyone have a great day, night, morning, week, whatever. And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya. Thank you.
Bye.